afternoon, sir. I'm Vaishnavi Bhargav from class 11th Commerce.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Janvi Divedi of 11th Commerce. We warmly welcome you back to our school and we feel very honored to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, before we start the podcast, I want to say something. Mr. Manik Bhasin here. He's the owner of Tandoor Villa Restaurant. He's the owner of Holy Chopsticks, Gyani's, Look Salon. He's a man who wears many hats, and I'm lucky to have him here. We are all lucky he has
Thank you
come
so
back.
much.
एंड ये हम लोग के स्कूल के वन ऑफ द फाइनेस्ट एलुमनाइज रहे हैं. एंड मैं बहुत टाइम तक इनको चेज कर रहा था कि आप पॉडकास्ट में आइए, हमेशा दूर भागे जा रहे थे. बट थैंक यू आर हियर फाइनली. ही ऑल्सो हैपन्स टू बी माई मतलब एल्डर ब्रदर. आई हैव लर्नड अ लॉट फ्रॉम हिम इन माई लाइफ. एंड बहुत चीज़ें लाइफ में मैंने पहली बार जो की हैं सीखी, मैंने इन्हीं से सीखी है अपनी लाइफ में.
Thank you so much, Matt. And it was a long due, and now finally that when we're here and we're talking about it, it feels surreal to come back to the school and meeting you all. Thank you so very much.
All thanks to you.
So please tell us about your journey.
And I'm actually waiting for that. It all started from here really. And when I came back from the boarding school and I was here in my 11th and 12th, the entrepreneurial bug really bit me here. And I always dreamt of opening restaurants. And when as a kid, 16-year-old, you think of opening restaurants, you really don't know how to, right? And my family was not really into this business all this while. And they were into a very settled car accessories, workshop, automobiles business. And when I started this journey, I did not even know where will that lead me. So yeah, here is where it all started. Here is where I already dreamt of, and I did not even know how to do that. And when I was just 16 and we all were childhood friends and we were here, we were studying together. My very good friend Alisha, who is of course elder sister of mine, she was with me, and we all used to think about what to do, what not to do with our careers. And I would always advise you all, especially because I've been through that 11th and 12th is the most crucial time to really decide. But you should really dream. That's the thing. And how when I really dreamt of opening restaurants and I went to my family, they supported me all this while. I chased my dream. I went to a HM or hotel management school, and I came back. I graduated. I worked with hotels like the Oberoi's, the Lalit Group, the Carlson Group, like many big F&B brands. And when I got back, that is when my father told me that, why don't you open a restaurant of your own, where what you really dreamt of.
नहीं, that's not exactly what happened. मैं था, ये थोड़े parts cut कर रहे हैं. It was a very difficult phase for him. ठीक है, I was with him that time. ठीक है, it was very difficult because ये एक बहुत पुराने well established business से आते थे. ठीक है, and उनको अंकल को convince करना कि he wants to go in restaurant line, that was a very difficult thing to do, but he did it. मैं चाहता हूँ प्लीज इस पे elaborate करें कि आपने अंकल को convince कैसे किया.
So that is again a very emotional story.
Difficult चीज ही छोड़ना चाह रहे थे.
That is again, I did not want to go there, but that's again a very emotional story. And when we talking, so my father actually had to go through a heart surgery when I was in class 11th and I was studying here. So those 2 months are very emotional for me, and I had to manage his business. I did not even know about the business. Acha, one thing I really got to know about myself when I was in my teens, that I'm a very good salesman, and I can sell. That is a business acumen which really came when I was studying commerce there. So when I was actually handling the counter, which I did not even know how to, I was doing some great numbers. So eventually, if my father had left a business at 100 rupees, I made it 200. Just giving you an example. And he was very happy when he got back. So he got back after like 2-3 months of whatever hospital procedures, and he got back and he's like, no, you're not going anywhere, because you should join this business. And I have a younger brother who eventually was even looking up to me, that whatever he'll do, I'll even join him eventually. So I was the elder son. So we're 2 brothers and I was the elder son. So my father always thought that, I will at least come and handle his business from 35 years legacy. So, but then when I actually broke the reality to them that I want to do this, so my grandfather and my father were hesitant initially, that no, and they were not really understanding. So my mother really supported me in that scenario. They took it forward. They told them, okay, of course, this is a bit of a tricky industry, but if he wants to do it, let him do it. Because what I always feel, that passion is a very small word, but to understand passion it is a very elaborate thing. So आप सोचते हो हमेशा कि मुझे ये करना है, बट जब आप इस चीज को करने लग जाते हो तो वो पैशन में कब कन्वर्ट हो जाता है वो आपको भी पता नहीं चलता. So passion is a very deep thought to even think. So जब ये हुआ, and I was always a foodie. I was always a foodie. I was always a Punjabi boy. We always used to talk about food. On the lunch table, we were talking about what we'll eat in dinner. On the dinner table, we'll talk about what we'll eat in the breakfast. So we were always a very foodie family. So food was always around us. So the best thing was कि convince करने के लिए मुझे बस अच्छा खाना बनाना था. वो मैंने बना दिया और उन्होंने खा लिया तो उन्होंने कहा हाँ ठीक है तुम कर सकते हो ये चीज़. That's how it
उस टाइम फेलियर का डर नहीं लगा था?
Of course, but उतना सोचा नहीं. Cause ना फेलियर समझ ही नहीं आता कि फेलियर होता क्या है. अच्छा अब फेलियर समझ आता भी है ना तो अब डर नहीं लगता. उस टाइम शायद डरता बट अब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज इतनी है कि अब फेलियर से डर नहीं लगता. Cause I feel कि मुझे नेगेटिव सोचना क्यों है. I'm a very God fearing positive person in life and I would always preach that to others. Why do you even want to think negative? Of course, there will be failures, there will be successful stories, but then yes, if we can only think about the positive aspect of everything, maybe we manifest it to a way कि it will happen, it will turn out to be better.
तो फर्स्ट रेस्टोरेंट जब खोला तंदूर विला, उसके पीछे की स्टोरी?
So when I came back, how I'm just narrating you guys. So यहाँ तो मैं 11th and 12th में था. फिर मैं एक hospitality school में गया. फिर उसके बाद I worked with Diopro in New Delhi. I worked with 2-3 more hotels, and I had a good share of experience in F&B department. So my father one day finally called me that you should come back, do something of your own, because that is what you really wanted to do when you told us you wanted to do this. So I was like yes, and cause from a very business family, I was blessed that my family supported me in doing something of my own. So eventually the seed investors were my family. They thought through it and they were like ठीक है, we'll give you this space, we'll give you this amount, you do it in that if you can. And then I wanted to really do a barbecue restaurant. So how we came up with Tandoor Villa was that Tandoor Villa what you see today was not the real concept. Tandoor Villa's concept was a concept really inspired from Barbecue Nation, really inspired from Great Indian Kebab Factory, very big brands. And I was working there as intern. So I was very fond of Indian cuisine. And my agenda was to take Indian cuisine global. Alright, so I was really very convinced that Indian is one cuisine in the world everyone wants to eat. And by any which way, this to will sell. So so the failure thing what you asked, that वो दिमाग में आया ही नहीं क्योंकि वो ऐसी चीज थी कि मुझे पता था ये तो चली जाएगी. इंडियन तो सबको खाना है ना, तो वो तो खा ही लेंगे लोग, चाहे वो tier 2 tier 3 city हो या tier 4 city हो. So I gave it a shot with Indian. अच्छा, the concept was a barbecue restaurant. So that's where the tandoor came into picture. First letter came into picture. And I wanted to make it very royal, very rich. My mind was I will make a hero product, but I will sell it at a very cost-effective price. So when I entered this city, यहाँ बहुत अच्छे restaurants थे नहीं.
कोई भी नहीं थे. सब hotels में जाते थे.
तो यहाँ दो चीज़ें थी. या तो आप hotels में जाइए, या आप एक्चुअली जो रोड साइड छोटे मोटे ढाबे होते हैं वहाँ चले जाइए. तो वो जो मिड टायर एक्चुअल मिडिल क्लास अपर मिडिल क्लास के लिए फाइन डाइनर्स थे नहीं कभी यहाँ पे. तो जब मैंने ये सोचा कि यार ये चीज़ चलेगी नहीं चलेगी, तो आई वॉज वेरी क्लियर इन माई सेंस कि इफ टुडे आई गिव अ पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट at a very genuine price and everything what is a 5-star. So my first thing when I was giving an interview when on the launch date of Tandoor Villa was, what is your USP? So like people ask me what is your USP, I told them very clearly one thing, I am serving 5-star quality food at not so 5-star rates. That is my USP. And that is how Villa came into picture. That rich food. That is how Tandoor Villa eventually came. But people don't really know this backstory कि इसने इतना भी सोचा होगा क्या इस नाम के पीछे.
आप लोगों को पता है चीज, I was the first person जिसने तंदूर विला के लिए पूरा एक गाना गाया था. इन्होंने उसको सेलेक्ट भी नहीं किया. मैंने हिमेश रेशमिया की आवाज में गाना गाया था तंदूर विला. उसके बाद इन्होंने 2 दिन तक मेरा फोन नहीं उठाया.
And see, so Mahir has really seen the journey as Manik Bhasin what today is, and being founder of my company named Grubhub now. So we're a restaurant company, and we do multiple brands, multiple F&B brands, and now we're into takeovers as well. We're into counseling, consultings as well. So now when we've come such a long way, so Mahir was all throughout. Like he's seen me because he's a very cool, close childhood friend. So he's really seen the journey. He's seen me growing as a person, as a company, and I'm really happy that I'm doing my first podcast here, and there are many more to come for him and for me as well.
Thank you.
Sir, I want to ask that what motivates you to get up every day and go to work?
It really is one thing that I'm a 24/7 person, and which is a bit too much. So I think a lot, and at times thinking is good. So even if you're thinking at night, you're thinking in the day. So I'm a bit 24/7 on the job work. So मैं ना always motivated हूँ. मैं घर पे भी मोटिवेटेड हूँ, मैं घर के बाहर भी मोटिवेटेड हूँ. ये एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो मेरे अंदर मुझे लगता है बहुत इनबॉर्न आ गई है, which is very nice thing. And what motivates me majorly is that I'm very passionate about selling food. Very passionate about selling food. I want people to have good non-adulterated food. And if I can add even a bit to that, I would wake up every day, go to what I'm doing, maybe firefight some days, and yes, then again make a hero product, launch something new, and yeah, that is what really motivates me.
बट एक चीज़ है बिकॉज स्टैटिस्टिक्स के अकॉर्डिंग 80% ऑफ रेस्टोरेंट्स वो पहले एक साल में ही बंद हो जाते हैं. सो मतलब आई नो कि रेस्टोरेंट लाइन में, हॉस्पिटैलिटी लाइन में, स्पेशली रेस्टोरेंट में बहुत हाईज एंड लोज हैं. 1 मिनट यूर हाई, 1 मिनट यू थिंक यूर द किंग ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, एंड सेकंड मिनट आपको लगता है कि यार अभी तो कुछ भी सही नहीं हो रहा. हाउ डू यू डील विद द हाईज एंड लोज?
That's actually a very good question, and Mayer, to really tell you that how do I really deal with my highs and lows. So restaurant industry is very glamorous, okay? Everyone wants to open a
तो उसे
restaurant.
लगता है कि अरे
Yes. So everyone wants to be a restaurateur. Because see, I'll tell you, ये भी एक stat है. Because Maher is sharing a stat, I'll share another stat. That in India, this is about an Indian stat. In India, people want to become either a superstar or either a restaurant owner. So superstar बहुत लोग बन नहीं पाते. Eventually, second restaurant हर कोई खोल देता है.
एक्चुअली मैं बहुत लोग को जानता हूँ जिन्होंने किया है.
हाँ.
या सुपरस्टार बनने का फिर रेस्टोरेंट.
हाँ. So restaurant हर कोई खोल देता है. But restaurant not still looks easy. अच्छा, why? Because restaurant majorly you don't need a producer, right? You just need your own money and you're on with it. But now the real story starts when it opens. So opening is not really the tough part. The tough part is surviving. And restaurant is all about survival. It's all about survival. Every day when we wake up, there's another story to it, and we are actually surviving. And that mortality rate, that 80% restaurants shut after 1 year is scary. Is really scary. But that does not really stop from the restaurant industry to grow. There's still many more opening, and you just got to keep the grind on, and you just got to be ahead of the curve. So you really need to be in that 20% if you want to be successful. But restaurant is all about surviving. I mean, still today, whatever from last 12 years I'm doing, with so many restaurant brands now in my kitty, I'm surviving. And the best part is we all are surviving. The whole of I have met the biggies of the restaurant industry in today now. And when I have conversations with them who are 10 times more bigger than what I am today, they are on the same page. That of course, what you are saying is correct. We all are surviving, and the ones who are surviving are only seen. So that's the only thing. And with your highs and lows question, so how do I manage my highs and lows in such a glamorous industry? Is that मुझे ये पता है कि ये high हमेशा नहीं रहेगा, right? So I enjoy my high. Of course, we all should enjoy the high. मुझे पता है कि high में हमेशा नहीं रहूँगा, कभी ना कभी low पे आऊँगा. अच्छा, and जब मैं low पे आता हूँ, the story starts then. Then is the time when I'm out of my comfort zone. Then is the time I perform the best. And then is the time the maximum efficiency from Manik Bhasin comes out on the table. So when I'm relaxed, when I'm on high, I'm enjoying the high. Because मुझे पता है ये high नहीं होगा हमेशा. मुझे पता है कल, परसों या शायद 1 महीने बाद low आएगा. और जब वो low आएगा, I'm ready for that low. So I'm welcoming the problems from open hands. Because I want problems. The point is, if people say they don't want really problems, they don't really doing anything for problems. But I really want problems. I want to solve bigger problems for this country, especially because if we can do that, we can really make good business out of it. So why not?
अच्छा जोमेटो स्विगी ने इन्होंने मार्केट को कैसे चेंज कर दिया? बिकॉज अब तो लोगों को लगता है मैं रेस्टोरेंट खोलूंगा, डिलीवरी किचन खोलूंगा, चल जाएगा अपने आप ही.
एग्जैक्टली एंड लोगों ने खोले भी और बहुत लोगों ने सक्सेसफुली चलाए भी, बहुत लोगों ने बंद भी किए. और इसमें सबसे बड़ी चीज़ ये है कि व्हेन कोविड हिट अस, then as we realized. So I am a person who wants you to come to my restaurant and dine. So I'm a very offline person, okay? I want, because I've created such a product that I want you to come to my
पूरा experience
restaurant.
हो जाता है.
Yeah, I want you to come and have that experience. I would never want you that you go through Zomato, you go through Swiggy, you eat my food like maybe an hour later when the food is not really at the same shape, and never microwave your food. Trust me, like oven or ऐसे ही खा लो जैसे. Don't now, Mike. I'm just giving you all a tip today because we all are in Zomato Swiggy's world. Never
मैं
microwave
इस चीज को
restaurant
एकदम
food.
शेयर करता हूँ पर मेरी वाइफ मुझे ऐसे नहीं करने देती.
Buy her an OTG. Oven is the best thing because still oven would really keep
That
the
is true,
food
like,
better. Microwave, with all respect to the microwave companies, it's not good for the gourmet food we make. So offline, I would always want everyone to come, all my customers who are listening, who are watching us, that I would want people to come and dine with us, would actually spend that 30-40 minutes vacation at my restaurant. Well, that's an experience. Now when COVID hit us, then my mindset changed toward the delivery people. I was not really fond of Zomato and Swiggy anymore, but now today when I see how Zomato is functioning, how Swiggy is functioning, and how big they've become as companies. So I got to know very one clear thing, ki whether I am with them or without them. So if I'm without them, I'm majorly the only one around without them, because majorly people are with them. And because people today want quick convenience. They don't really have much time to call at my restaurant and order food. They want to pick up the phone and they just want to see the nice UI, nice notifications, nice beautiful offers. We are a very discount oriented city, we are a very discount oriented country. We want offers. हमें अगर वो दिख रहा है 100 रुपए का डिस्काउंट ना, हमें वहीं से जाना.
मैं भी बोगो ऑफर्स के अलावा कुछ कहीं और रेस्टोरेंट से
Eventually, see, so he's my friend. He's not coming to my restaurant, but he's offering.
नहीं I always come to
But
restaurant.
but majorly he's going through Zomato and Swiggy, right? So he's ordering. So my idea is that of course they're good for the business, only if you know how to use them. So that's the catch. They're very good for the business, but only if you know how to use them.
So if I want to start from scratch,
Hmm.
then what do you advise to the people who want to start in this restaurant business?
My advice to everybody is, of course, that go ahead. You'll make mistakes. You will fall. You'll cry some days, but don't stop. Just don't stop. Because if you stop, you enter that 80% people. The people who actually shut their restaurants, they stop. Don't stop. यही catch है.
तो एज अ न्यूबी जाना चाहिए इसमें डिलीवरी लाइन में कि
Of course.
आपको डाइनिंग वाले में जाना
No,
चाहिए?
of course, it's good for the community. It's if you can do something good, if you can build something good, why not?
हाँ.
See, by the end of everything, अगर product अच्छा है ना, तो it will sell. अगर खाना अच्छा है और आपको अच्छा खाना बनाना आता है, तो it will sell. If you made that product, we give years on trials. People think ऐसे बन जाता है brand, ऐसे नहीं बनता. We give years on trials. He's come to many trials
मैं
himself.
इनकी टेस्ट कम्युनिटी का बोर्ड मेंबर था और मेरे साथ
For a very long
बहुत
time.
हुआ है। मुझे बिना बोले हटा दिया गया क्योंकि ये जो भी पूछते थे मुझे तो आइडिया नहीं फूड के बारे में.
And-
जो मुझसे पूछते थे मैं एक ही चीज बोलता था, टेक्सचर बहुत अच्छा है इसका, टेक्सचर अच्छा नहीं है. देन आफ्टर
And-
5-6 ट्रायल्स ही रियलाइज मुझे कुछ भी नहीं आता.
And now I feel that next in line is Fiza, because Fiza is taking his space now. She is better in terms of food critic. So, but jokes apart, so that is how it is that we go through a lot of trials. We see it coming through. हमें कुछ पसंद आता है, कुछ नहीं पसंद आता है. Our chefs at it, we are at it always in terms of costing, in terms of ingredients. And then when we come to the finished product, well, then is when the brand starts. People think that the brand starts कि आज मैंने खाना बना दिया और कल स्विगी जोमेटो पे आ गया मैं. ऐसे नहीं होता, क्योंकि वो ऐसे ही तो नहीं चलता. So it is a very thought out process. it's a process, it's a grind. So I would say yes, that we all should not stop. We all should actually, अगर आपको restaurant खोलना है, my simple advice is do not stop.
So, why you have chosen hotel management as your career option, and who was your motivation behind it?
See, मैं बड़ा क्लीशे आंसर दूंगा इसका, because
संजीव कपूर तो नहीं है आंसर।
and
इससे ज़्यादा क्लीशे कुछ नहीं हो सकता।
that's very cliche.
But I have to tell you something. एक second. Even if he says कि संजीव कपूर जी was his inspiration, कितनी बार ऐसा होता है कि किसी हीरो को देख के आपने कोई चीज चालू की हो और सिर्फ 2 साल में ही अपने ऑपरेशन के आपने उस हीरो को बुला लिया अपने रेस्टोरेंट पे। प्लीज टेल अस अबाउट दैट।
That is again actually a story. And when you asked me, so I've gone into that lane, then of course he's expressed a lot on that. So Sanjeev Kapoor, as we all know, was the only celebrated TV chef. हम सबने देखा है when we were 90s kids, हमने सबने देखा है हमारी mothers को देखते हुए, हमारी grandmothers को देखते हुए उनको TV पे. And he was a very celebrated chef, okay? So eventually तो यार ये कर रहा है, बहुत अच्छे पैसे कमा रहा होगा, and of course national TV पे आ रहा है तो कुछ अच्छा ही कर रहा है लाइफ में. So एक तो वहाँ से शुरू हुआ कि you know I can make him my idol. And you know, let's start the journey. Then I got to know the other side ki what he actually does. He owns restaurants as well. He is into culinary boards as well. You know, he is actually a PR face. So he's a celebrity. He's majorly not the chef. He is a celebrity chef. So वो जो स्टूडियो में बनाता भी होता है ना, वो eventually is just for the viewers. So then I got to know कि of course, okay, he has come to a level today, and you all will not know. Sanjeev Kapoor even started his journey from Varanasi.
अच्छा ये नहीं होता।
Yeah, it's a hidden fact about him. He told me himself on the table. So when I was privileged enough to call him after 2 years of Tandoor Villa, and there was an event in BHU, and I had to host him. And yeah, he told me this very personally that you know I started from here. So when I was 19 or 20 years old, I was working with the Ashok Hotel, which now is Ramada. And there is where he all started with. He's like, I started from this Kashi Nagari, and you know, you brought me here back again, so I'm privileged. And I was like, sir, I really looked up to you when I was doing this. And he even told me the very same thing, that you know, keep on with it.
So what problems did you face during the startup and how you have dealt with it?
First 30 days क्या बताओ?
See, so when the restaurant opens now, the teething problem starts. And the teething problems actually start even before the restaurant opens. So the major crisis what we deal with on a daily basis is manpower. Alright. Because I am not the one who's making the food every day. So right now when I'm talking to you, there is someone eating at Tandoor Villa. There is someone eating at Holy Chopsticks. Someone is ordering food from our brand. Speaking to that, you need to set some systems and processes. And the manpower crisis in this industry is a way too much. Why? I tell you that as well. They lack a bit of education. And there is where systems, there is where trainings, there is where companies like us, entrepreneurs like us come in picture, that you know we want to really give it a shot on building systems. And when we say systems, to actually, because you are an educationist and you're doing such a noble job for everyone around, you know, if you want to build a nation, despite any industry, because you know even restaurants face teething problems, even other industries face teething problems. It's not tough to own a business, it's not tough to run your own business. So we all face problems at some other level, but पता है सबके पास common चीज क्या है? Manpower, people, the team. Common सबके पास team ही है. So if the team is equipped, if the team is trained, it's done. And if the team is not trained, well then the crisis starts. And that is the total answer, that we work too much on the trainings, we work too much on the systems every day to make them better, and we eventually come out of it. So that's the part where how we overcome the challenge, how we counter them.
अच्छा एक चीज, अब मैं टॉपिक थोड़ा चेंज करना चाहूंगा। ठीक है, तंदूर वाला खुला, आपने जो है इंडियन मार्केट को पूरा कैप्चर कर लिया। फर्स्ट फाइन डाइन रेस्टोरेंट वाराणसी, इसके पहले जो थे वो नाम के थे, वो न थे ही नहीं, आप समझ लो।
हम्म।
तंदूर उला वाज द फर्स्ट हु स्टार्टेड द गेम। बहुत आए, लोगों ने कॉपी किया, सब किया, बट स्टिल तंदूर उला वाज अनशेकेबल। ठीक है, अब इंडियन फूड को तो आपने कैप्चर कर लिया, होली चॉपस्टिक्स के साथ देन यू स्टार्ट पैन एशियन। अब मैं एक और चीज बताऊं, होली चॉपस्टिक्स वाज द फर्स्ट प्रॉपर पैन एशियन रेस्टोरेंट इन वाराणसी। ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट फाइन डाइनिंग रेस्टोरेंट भी इन्होंने किया, पैन एशियन भी इन्होंने किया, आगे आगे फर्स्ट गौरमेंट रेस्टोरेंट भी किया, उसके बारे में उससे बात करेंगे। बट फर्स्ट आप बताइए, होली चॉपस्टिक्स को आपने कैसे चालू किया? हाउ डिड द आइडिया कम कि अब मैं पैन एशियन रेस्टोरेंट बनाता हूँ, सुशी सर्व करता हूँ वाराणसी में, जो आज तक कोई नहीं कर रहा है?
See, so how that started was so I was already 6 years into the journey of Tandoor Villa, okay, and then apparently when a lot of opportunities came my through, we started doing restaurants with our partners in Delhi, and that was the name called Big Wong. It's still a restaurant in Delhi. We're still partners in few outlets there, and that's where it all started. That even Banaras can have this. So my father, my younger brother, they told me this. When you can run a restaurant in Delhi on the same style, why can't we do a restaurant in Varanasi? Acha, and then I told them very clearly, which I told everyone, कि Indian तो सब लोग खा लेंगे, बट इम्पोर्टेड चाइनीज सब खाएंगे? बिकॉज ना लोगों को देसी चाइनीज की आदत है माहिर।
हम लोगों को मंचूरियन वाली आदत है।
लोगों को आज भी चिली पनीर, मंचूरियन और बेबी कॉर्न से आगे नहीं बढ़ना है।
मेरे तो मंचूरियन की ऐसी आदत थी, मेरे पास चाइना जाके मैं पहली बार मैंने मंचूरियन कहा था, उन लोगों को 1 घंटा लग गया समझने में कि मैं बोलना क्या चाह रहा हूँ।
देयर इज नो सच थिंग कॉल्ड एज मंचूरियन इन पैन एशियन। चाइनीज, इफ वी नो, ऑफ कोर्स इज अ बिट टेलर मेड इन इंडिया। हुआ क्या है कि जो चाइना की एक्चुअल क्यूजीन है ना, इंडिया में आके एक पैरेलल क्यूजीन अलग बनी है इंडियन चाइनीज की। तो एक वो भी एक अलग मार्केट है। अगर आप आज आसपास देखो तो जो आप चाइनीज जनरली नॉर्मल जगहों पे खाते हो ना, दैट्स नॉट इवन पैन एशियन, दैट्स नॉट इवन क्लोज टू चाइनीज। सो व्हाट वी ईट हियर इज नॉट इवन ऑथेंटिक, इज नॉट इवन सेमी ऑथेंटिक, आई वुड से इट इज देसी। इट्स ऑल वेरी तड़का स्टाइल।
हक्का नूडल नाम की कोई चीज नहीं है।
हाँ, एग्जैक्टली, इट्स ऑल वेरी तड़का स्टाइल। जो आप लोग खा रहे हो इतने सालों से, इट इज नॉट द रियल थिंग। सो जब हमने रियल थिंग करने की कोशिश करी यहाँ, तो हमें पता था कि इतनी जल्दी तो एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी आएगी ही नहीं, क्योंकि किसी को नहीं खाना वो। इवेंचुअली वो फ्लेवर्स, वो पंजेंट स्मेल, पीपल आर नॉट लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड फॉर। पीपल आर एक्चुअली लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड फॉर कि ठीक है, खाना थोड़ा तीखा हो, थोड़ा क्रिस्पी हो, और ठीक है, दैट्स ऑल। दे डोंट रियली वांट टू नो कि इंग्रेडिएंट कहाँ से सोर्स हुआ है, ये सच में थाईलैंड से आया है, ये सच में चाइना से आया है, सच में मलेशिया से आया है। दे डोंट इवन वांट टू नो। वेल, but again, because we wanted to always disrupt Banaras, we always wanted to be the first mover of doing everything, and हमने वो कंधों पे उठा रखा था कि नहीं हम ही करेंगे उस चीज के challenges को पूरा। So we took it as a challenge, and then my brother Haneet, he is like, let's do a name, this is a holy city, let's give it holy, and of course we will get the feel, so we will use chopsticks. So holy chopsticks, that's how holy chopsticks came into picture. And today, let me tell you, तंदूर वाला को तो बहुत लोगों ने कॉपी कर लिया होगा और कर रहे होंगे डेली बेसिस पे, बिकॉज इट्स अ वेरी कंफर्ट फूड। होली चॉपस्टिक्स को ना कोई कॉपी करता है, ना कोई कर पाता है, और ना करने की सोचता है।
नहीं किया था, बंद हो गए।
ना करने की सोचता है। It's more of a task to actually make people eat imported food in Banaras. अच्छा, पीपल आर गेटिंग टू देयर, बिकॉज जब मैं आपको 4 चीजें खिलाऊंगा ना, एंड आपको मैं टेस्ट कराऊंगा, तो आपका खुद पैलेट कहेगा नहीं मुझे ये अच्छा लग रहा है। सो नो, आई विल कीप 2 चाइनीज फूड्स, वन इज अ वेरी देसी ओरिएंटेड, वन इज अ वेरी नॉर्मल, आई विल से टेस्ट बोथ ऑफ देम वन बाय वन, सेम डिश, टेस्ट बोथ ऑफ देम वन बाय वन, एंड यू विल बी लाइक या नो, देयर इज अ डिफरेंस, आई वुड नाउ ईट दिस इवन इफ दैट इज 100 rupees expensive. So that's how it was for holy chopsticks.
So would you like to share your future plans with us?
Yes, definitely. So my future plans today is that as of now I am 33. So it's been 12 years.
You are not 33. You are 4 years older to me. You are 34 now.
I will turn 34.
Okay.
In June. So I'm still 33.
Public
running
wedding age.
No, running 34. And so my future plans really today is that I want to really take Indian food, especially, which was my first brand, Tandoor Villa, to a global level, because there's a lot of scope in that. So we're already into franchise now. We're already into expansion. As I told you that we're already into takeovers. So yes, every now and then you'll see Grubhub as my restaurant company doing different stuff. So you'll be seeing a lot of cloud kitchens from us. You'll be seeing a lot of new brands coming out of our kitty. It's all on papers. We've all done all the R&Ds. It's just that COVID hit us really bad because 2020 for this industry was a disruption again. So the industry changed 360 degree. So we today got 5 years back to what we were before 2020. I always say, but we learned lessons. We learned new businesses. We learned how to actually deal if pandemic still arises, how to actually counter with our industry. Because so our industry was the first to get shut. Our industry was the last to open. We were with all hand and feel touch because of course we will touch the food only, then we'll make. You'll come to the restaurant of course with the mask, but you'll remove the mask and eat. So it was not really going together with the thing around the world. So yeah, that was a very I would say that was a very tough time for us, but that made me think a longer picture to it. That made me actually think. So that was a low period, and when that low made me think, I've eventually come to a high again. I'm not saying that I was always cruising 12 years on a high. No one will do that. कोई नहीं करेगा. मतलब even today when we're talking about biggies like Zomato, वो भी 12 years high पे नहीं है. तो no one is like that. आपके हाईज आएंगे, फिर आपके लोज आएंगे, और फिर आपके हाईज आएंगे. आपको दोनों एंजॉय करने हैं, और आपको दोनों को डेफिनेटली ऐसे डील करना है कि यस मेरे फ्यूचर प्लान्स हैं. ऑफ कोर्स वी मेक 5 year plan, वी मेक 10 year plan. Some we achieve, some we don't, but we make plans, and that is how it is. So we're into an expansion spree now. We're opening outlets. We're taking cuisine to global levels. Most probably, you might even see Tandoor Villa opening internationally very soon. We're in talking terms. I will not disclose it, but we're in talking terms with few investors.
अच्छा, 2 milestones हमने डिस्कस कर दिया आपकी लाइफ के. तंदूर विला, होली चॉपस्टिक्स. अब मैं 3rd माइलस्टोन आपकी लाइफ का डिस्कस करूंगा. हाउ डिड यू गेट इनटू सैलून बिजनेस? आपने लुक सैलून खोला. अगेन फर्स्ट लुक्स ऑफ वाराणसी. ठीक है, इतने बड़े ब्रांड को आप यहाँ ले आए, वो कैसे हुआ, उसकी क्या स्टोरी है?
Again, I just dreamt. So I actually just dreamt. So जब मैंने तंदूर वाला होली चॉपस्टिक्स किया ना, तो मैंने लुक से पहले एक और मैंने फ्रेंचाइज ब्रांड खोला था, which we still own by the name of Gyani's ice cream. So Gyani's is owned by me, and जब हम उनको लेके आए थे बनारस, even they were not very sure कि how will we perform in the city, but because they were a very big Delhi brand, and today they're at a pan-India level, 200+ stores. So when I got them, that was the first time when I was taking someone's franchise. Okay, so अभी तक सारा सिस्टम मैं बना रहा हूँ, अभी तक सब मैं अपने हिसाब से कर रहा हूँ. अब मुझे किसी के हिसाब से काम करना था, एंड मेरे को देखना था कि क्या मैं बेस्ट कर सकता हूँ वो चीज़, एंड which really gave me a learning. So Gyani's was where it all started from. And जब मैंने Gyani's को सक्सेसफुली कर लिया ना, then I started thinking, yes, I can get brands. And ऐसी one fine day I thought कि यहाँ पे अच्छे salons नहीं हैं, and it's again a very relatable business as hospitality, because salon is even a kind of an hospitality. It's a wellness business, but it's a kind of an hospitality business. We share the same fundamentals somewhere. So then I thought that yes, why not? Why not a good beautiful salon? Why not a good hairdresser? Why not a good barber? कब तक लोग क्या बोलते हैं, नॉर्मल सलॉन्स जाते रहेंगे यार? कब तक? कभी तो लोगों को कोई वाइब चाहिए, कभी तो जेनजी मिलेनियल्स को कुछ ऐसा चाहिए जो उनको शायद दिल्ली मिलता है, शायद बॉम्बे मिलता है, यहाँ नहीं मिलता. तो यहाँ के क्राउड को अगर मैं वो चीज़ दे पाया तो व्हाई नॉट? एंड देन इज व्हेन लुक्स केम इनटू पिक्चर. एंड टू लेट यू नो, today of course the founder of Lux Salon is very close to us. He's again 250 salons today, and he even told me that Banaras is a very challenging city. He told me one thing very for sure, it is not going to be very easy cakewalk for you to run this space. And I told him that do you believe me? So he's like, yeah, if you run this it might work. So he gave me that wisdom, because he knew कि ये थोड़ा ना बंदा पागल है. उनको पता था कि यार ये थोड़ा सा ना ये सोचता रहेगा और शायद कुछ करके ही दिखाएगा. एंड today looks is a successful story. We are planning to open another store in the city very soon.
ये पहली बार इन्होंने रियल स्टोरी बताई है। इसके पहले जो स्टोरी इन्होंने मुझे बताई थी बैक व्हेन जब ये खुल रहा था, मैंने इनसे पूछा था सो व्हाई यू स्टार्टिंग लुक्स, दिस इज रियल, ठीक है, ही आल्सो एग्री। इन्होंने मुझे कहा था एक बार मैंने तुम्हें बाल कटवाते हुए देख लिया था, तब मैंने सोचा था। और असली कहानी है कि मेरे घर पे वो गुरु बाहर जाता है, दिलीप भैया, वो आते हैं बचपन से, जब से मैं छोटा था वो मेरे बाल काटते हैं, ठीक है। कितनी बार होता था कि छोटा था ईंटे पे बैठ के मेरे बाल काटते थे वो। तो
हाँ, तो
मैंने ये स्टोरी थी, मैंने तुम्हें ऐसे देखा तो मैंने सोचा मैं लुक्स खोलूंगा, अच्छा सवाल खोलूंगा यहाँ।
मैंने ना माहिर को देख लिया था पेड़ के नीचे ईंटे पे बैठे बाल कटवाते, तो मैंने कहा यार डालिम्स का एडिशनल डायरेक्टर ऐसा अच्छा नहीं लगा। लाइक ठीक है, इनके लिए लुक सलून खोल दो एंड ही इज अ कस्टमर।
As we know, you are alumni of our Dalimss school and we are from commerce background.
And we got to know from our class teacher Sunita ma'am that you were good in dance as well as in academics. So would you
Yeah.
like to share your unforgettable days?
Definitely. I loved, and I would really love to meet Sunita ma'am, and she was my teacher, and I still very fondly remember my days here. So when I was in Rohania, I was back from a boarding school in Dehradun. So and when I got back here, and I knew Mahir and everyone, they were even here at that time. So there were a lot of new things happening in this school. Okay, so like Yuva Festival and things like conclaves and school fest, many other schools coming to this school, and people were doing a lot in this school. And that is when that dancer thing inculcated me. मैंने of course boarding school में किया हुआ था डांस, but मतलब मैंने उतना प्रोफेशनली नहीं किया था. But the stage and the platform I feel Dalimss gave me, I'm filled with gratitude today that I'm one of the very good dancers, because when I went to college as well, so I got the best dancer trophies and everything. So मेरी जो झिझक थी वो यहाँ निकाली. So I was into a lot of co-curricular. I was decent in academics, but yes, I was lot in co-curriculars, but all thanks to the school, all thanks to Baba, Uncle, Puja, Auntie, everyone, that they do such events so that people, kids who are in 11th and 12th can really nurture their talent if they have the other side. I really had it, and I really saw that side here only. Because when I was 16 years, I was a very shy person. Today, people think that I've really changed as a personality. I've become more confident. So I was very shy when I was 16, 15 year old. But I feel वो shyness मेरी थोड़ी यहीं से गई है. So that's it.
So please tell us more about your achievements.
मतलब I would not call it achievements. I'm still achieving a lot of things. Yes, one thing that whatever I've dreamt till date, touch wood I've done it all.
आप अपने रेस्टोरेंट्स का नाम पहले क्या रखना चाह रहे थे तंदूर वाला के पहले, वो प्लीज शेयर करिए.
Yeah, that is a funny story again. Because I know why he's asking that question, because he knows the name. So, I don't know, maybe, when I was here in class 11th, one fine day I was like, I'll just name my restaurant name Khwabs. So they're like, what? They're like Khwabs, like, dreams coming true. So they're like, ये पागल हो गया शायद कि ये सब क्या बोल रहा है. And then my father even gave me a very nice name. I will not say it that here because Mayer knows it, but I will not say it here. So, but we'll stick to Tandoor Wala. You all like Tandoor Wala's name, right?
Yes, sir.
So we will stick to Tandoor Wala.
ओके, फोर्थ मेजर स्टेप इन लाइफ. तंदूर वाला इतना अच्छा चलता हुआ रेस्टोरेंट उसको बंद कर दिया. अब सोचा कि मैं यहाँ पे गौरमे रेस्टोरेंट खोलूंगा. बनारस में गौरमे, आप छोड़िए, आप इंडिया में 4-5 गौरमे रेस्टोरेंट थे उस टाइम. तो हाउ डिड यू, मतलब इतना बड़ा रिस्क उस टाइम लेना कि नहीं मैं इतने चलते हुए रेस्टोरेंट को, इतनी सेल है मेरी, इतना मैं फेमस हूँ, अब मैं इसको कुछ महीने के लिए बंद करके पूरे वाराणसी का एंड आई थिंक उत्तर प्रदेश का शायद फर्स्ट गौरमे रेस्टोरेंट बनाऊंगा. कैसे?
तो इसकी स्टोरी क्या है ना कि जब 3 साल पहले कोविड आया और हमें दिख रहा था कि अब रेस्टोरेंट को रेनोवेशन की ज़रूरत है, तो हमने बंद कर दिया. अच्छा, बंद झटके में हो गया. फिर उसके बाद जब कोविड की जो चीज़ें थी धीरे धीरे ओपन हो रही थी, तो हमने उस टाइम पे सोचा कि चलो हम रेनोवेट करेंगे. बट अब हुआ क्या उसमें कि कॉज हमारे दोनों रेस्टोरेंट्स ना बहुत साथ साथ थे, तो हमने होली चॉपस्टिक्स के ऑपरेशन ऑन कर दिए. और हमने ना इन द मीनवाइल सोचा कि उतना क्राउड आ नहीं रहा है, तो इतने ज़्यादा हमारे एक्सपेंसेस हैं, रनिंग एक्सपेंसेस को कम कर लेते हैं, एक ही रेस्टोरेंट में इसको एज अ मल्टी क्यूजीन रेस्टोरेंट चलाते हैं. बिकॉज हमारे वहाँ पे 2 स्पेशलिटी रेस्टोरेंट्स हैं. एक इंडियन और एक ऑथेंटिक पैन एशियन। तो हमने सोचा कि ठीक है, एशियन रेस्टोरेंट में इंडियन खिला देते हैं लोगों को एक साल, और ये हमने किया भी। बट उसमें फिर जब हमने बहुत थॉट डाला कि हम इसको रिनोवेट करें तो हम नया क्या करें, बिकॉज हमें ये पता था कि लोग ये तो खा ही रहे हैं एंड लोगों को कुछ नया चाहिए भी नहीं, बट हमें हमेशा है कि कुछ नया करना है, वो कीड़ा हमारे अंदर बार बार है कि हमें कुछ नया करके देना है फॉर द सिटी। देन इज वेयर दैट गॉर्मे और मॉडर्न इंडियन डाइनिंग रियली केम इनटू पिक्चर। सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट gourmet, तो not many people really know what is that. So it is really very well presented pre-plated food. बट फिर हमने जब वो भी थॉट सोचा कि वो यहाँ चलेगा कि नहीं चलेगा, सो देन वी लाइक लेट्स डू सम मॉडर्न इंडियन डिशेस विद बेसिक रनिंग डिशेस। सो लाइक टुडे आप मलाइयो देखते हो, वी डू अ मॉलिकुलर स्टाइल मलाइयो। सो आप अगर कभी तंदूर बुलाओगे तो आपको पूरे 12 के 12 महीने मलाइयो खिलाऊंगा। सो नाउ दैट इज व्हाट वी अचीव्ड एज
वो मशीन कैसे इन्वेंट की, बिकॉज वो अपने आप में एक बहुत चीज है। मलाइयो आप देखते हो नेचुरल प्रोसेस से बनता है,
एंड वो सिर्फ एक पर्टिकुलर सीजन में मिल सकता है।
एंड ही इज द फर्स्ट पर्सन इन द वर्ल्ड। मैंने जब व्हेन ही वाज ओपनिंग द रेस्टोरेंट अगेन, तो मैंने देखा था मलाइयो ये मशीन से बना रहे थे, इन्होंने एक मशीन ही इन्वेंट कर दी मलाइयो बनाने की।
एंड वी वर एक्सपेरिमेंटिंग कि कैसे करें, एंड देन वी हैड दैट एक्सपेरिमेंट गोइंग। हमने बहुत ट्रायल्स किए, एंड देन आज की डेट में वी वेरी क्लोज टू व्हाट मलाइयो यू गेट एट
वेरी
एनी
क्लोज,
गुड
इट्स
प्लेसेस।
एग्जैक्ट सेम थिंग।
So we're very close to that, but at least एक चीज है ना कि आप 12 के 12 महीने तंदूर में मलाइयो खा सकते
और
हो,
दिन
so
के किसी भी टाइम
खा सकते हो।
ऐसे morning में लेते हैं,
And the best thing is कि तंदूर मलाई is a brand from Varanasi, so tomorrow anywhere this brand will go, Malayo will go, and the dish name is Banarsi Malayo. So I am taking Banaras to global level as well. So वही exactly
So
approach है।
before we go further, मेरे 2 personal questions हैं जो जिसका आंसर आप मुझे कभी भी नहीं देते हैं डायरेक्टली, वो मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ, ठीक है? तो आपकी 2 डिशेस हैं जो मुझे बहुत पसंद है, दे मतलब वन ऑफ द क्या बताऊँ, इनकी हीरो डिशेस जिसको कहते हैं ना, वो है नंबर 1 इज मुर्ग मटका, ठीक है, एंड नंबर 2 इज दही के कबाब। दोनों के पीछे की स्टोरी क्या है? बिकॉज मैंने बहुत जगह मुर्ग मटका खाया है, लोगों ने इनका नाम ही कॉपी कर दिया, मुर्ग मटका इन्हीं की डिश कॉपी करो, नाम ही कॉपी कर दिए, ठीक है। दही के कबाब पहले से चलता है, बट जो ये बनाते हैं वो कोई भी नहीं बनाता, इट इज समथिंग एल्स ओनली। तो ये 2 डिशेस के पीछे की स्टोरी मैं जानना चाहता हूँ।
ये 2 डिशेस के पीछे की स्टोरी तो बहुत सिंपल है। हमें ना बटर चिकन नहीं बेचना था। हमने सोचा था कि हम अच्छा बटर चिकन बनाएंगे, हम ये नहीं कह रहे कि हम बटर चिकन नहीं बेचेंगे, हम अच्छा बटर चिकन बनाएंगे, बट वील डेवलप ए यूएसपी। हम एक प्रोडक्ट ऐसा बनाएंगे जो लोग सुन के आए ये हमारे यहाँ ही बिकता है। तो जब मैं और मेरा शेफ बैठे हैं तो उन्होंने कहा कि सर हम क्या बनाएं, हम कुछ ऐसा करें, हम कुछ वैसा करें। तो उन्होंने ना ऐसे ही नाम दिया कि सर कोई मटका चिकन करें। तो मैंने कहा बट मुझे मटका सर्व नहीं करना। मैंने कहा यार मुझे वो कुल्हड़ नहीं देना, मतलब दैट इज नॉट लुकिंग फैंसी, दैट इज नॉट लुकिंग फाइन डाइन। तो मुझे हांडी में दे दो, बट मटका को रिप्लेस कर दो। तो कॉपर के हांडी में हमने ऐसे ना एक्सपेरिमेंट करना शुरू कर दिया। हमने कहा यार यहाँ के पैलेट को पसंद क्या है, यहाँ के पैलेट को पसंद है कढ़ाई मसाला, यहाँ के पैलेट को ना वो पसंद है। सो वी लिव इन यूपी, ओके। सो यूपी के पैलेट ये टेस्ट बर्ड्स है कि यहाँ थोड़ा सा तीखा खाना पसंद है लोगों को, थोड़ा ना चटकारेदार खाना पसंद है। एंड देन लाइक ठीक है। अच्छा, देन वी रियली गॉट टू नो कि लोग ना यहाँ चिकन ईटर्स हैं, मतलब लोग चिकन खाते हैं अच्छा, बट लोग मटन बहुत ज्यादा नहीं खाते, बिकॉज यहाँ मटन बहुत ज्यादा ना अच्छा सोर्स मिलता नहीं है। वी देन हैपन टू एक्चुअली सोर्स द बेस्ट क्वालिटी फूड रॉ मटेरियल हेयर, एंड देन वी मेड अ डिश combining a mutton gravy and a roasted chicken, and then is when मुर्ग मटका happened. So इसमें बहुत सारे ऐसे एडिशंस हैं, बहुत सारे ऐसे आई वुड से सीक्रेट इंग्रेडिएंट्स हैं जो आज की डेट में कॉपी नहीं हो पाएंगे, वो मुझे भी पता है। हम स्पेशली मसाला इस बनाते हैं हम मुर्ग मटका के, हम स्पेशली इतने इंग्रेडिएंट सोर्स करते हैं, हमें एग्जैक्टली पता है वो रॉ मटेरियल क्या है, एंड टुडे दैट इज द हीरो डिश ऑफ द ब्रांड। टुडे every other table we are constantly selling at least 2 murg matkas. Every other table we are constantly selling, मतलब it's a given fact that this is a very vegetarianism oriented city, but even in this challenging vegetarianism city we're still selling murg matkas almost on every table.
And dahi ke kebab?
And dahi ke kebab, so was dahi ke kebab is always a very North Indian dish, okay, but there are many variants to it. So अब जैसे हमने एक चीज नॉन वेजिटेरियंस के लिए तो हीरो प्रोडक्ट निकाल दिया, बट ना वेजिटेरियंस को ना हमेशा से दाल मखनी पसंद थी। वहाँ हमने दाल मखनी दाल तड़का को चेंज नहीं किया, हमने कोई जबरदस्ती कोई चीजें नहीं बनाई। हमें पता था लोगों ने पनीर खाना है बटर मसाला, लोगों ने दाल मखनी खानी है, लोगों को वही खिलाओ। वहाँ हमें पता था वहाँ हम कुछ स्टार्टर ओरिएंटेड ऐसा लेके आ सकते हैं ना जो मंचीज के लिए लोग आए और खाएं। देन इज वेयर दही के कबाब के। तो दही के कबाब ना मेरे दिमाग में ना हमेशा एक वो चीज बर्स्ट वाली एक फीलिंग हमेशा थी कि हम कभी भी कोई अच्छे एमएनसी की चीज खाते थे ना तो वो चीज बर्स्ट होती थी। तो मैंने कहा यार अगर चीज बर्स्ट ऐसे हो सकती है तो योगर्ट भी तो बर्स्ट हो सकता है, आइडियली तो हम वैसे भी कर सकते हैं। एंड देन इज व्हेन वी वांटेड टू डू दिस दही के कबाब कि जिसमें दही लिटरली मेल्ट इन माउथ वाली स्टाइल से निकले। अच्छा, और बाकी जगहों पे ना दही की कैलकुलेशन अलग है, वो दही के साथ बहुत सारी चीजें ऐड कर देते हैं,
छोटा
लाइक
सा
खोया
बनाते हैं दही कबाब।
खोया या पनीर, वो बहुत सारी चीजें ऐड करते हैं तो बाइंड कर देते हैं, वो ड्राई कर देते हैं। तो मेरा आइडिया था कि मुझे ड्राई नहीं करना, और मेरा आइडिया था कि इसके ऊपर ना पापड़ लगा के फ्राई
वो ये चीज
तो
आप
इसके
लोग भी
ऊपर
ट्राई करना। ये दही के कबाब के ऊपर पापड़ की कोटिंग होती है इनके, दैट इज
तो मैंने कहा पापड़ लगा के फ्राई कर दो, एंड इट वाज जस्ट लाइक दैट इन द ट्रायल कि पापड़ लगा के फ्राई कर दो। एंड वो आया, एंड जब वो काटा वो ऐसे ड्रिपिंग करके निकला, चीज की तरह लग रहा था, वो था दही। एंड इट वाज एक्चुअली हाई क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट अगेन। एंड टुडे टिल डेट there are many variants of dahi ke kebab in all over the restaurants, but today tandoor plus dahi ke kebab is tandoor plus dahi ke kebab. That is how we came up with that.
Sir, as you are the only one who introduced fine dinings in Varanasi, so what changes you have seen in market?
I've seen a lot of changes in the market. So in the last 12 years, once I started, and once this journey of entrepreneurship, a restaurateur started, and fine diners came into the city. I'm really happy that today people are coming out and moving out with their families and eating food. So, of course, not every location maybe you will find a tandoor villa, but today on majorly every location you'll find a good decent restaurant. That is what community shift has changed, and I'm really happy, and I take that pride that I could be the first one to really give that key to the door to the people that okay, the door is open, you can come. So I'm really happy that the industry is growing.
चलिए बिफोर वी एंड मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है, हाउ हैज फादरहुड चेंज्ड यू? मैंने आपकी 4 माइलस्टोन्स के बारे में बात की। फिफ्थ माइलस्टोन वाज यू बिकमिंग अ फादर। एंड जब आदमी फादर, जब आप बन जाते हैं, कोई फादर या फादरहुड के में पेरेंटहुड में चले जाते हैं, देन रिस्क लेने की वो क्षमता कम हो जाती है। लाइफ में इतने रिस्क लिए आपने, नाउ यू आर अ फादर, हाउ हैज इट चेंज्ड यू?
So, me and Gunja, my wife, were even talking about this the other day. So, I have got 2 kids. I'm blessed with a daughter and blessed with a son as well. And now, how parenthood has changed me, that's very emotional again. So, when I used to take risks, I was all alone, okay? So, of course, my family was there with me all throughout. They were supporting me, but I was always alone. So, I was always doing my thing and, not really thinking, ki today, even if I don't eat, it's okay. You're right? कल खा लेंगे, कोई
We
बात
used to
नहीं।
call him angry man.
Yeah,
हमेशा मिशन पे।
and I was always very angry. So I was always, मुझे कुछ करना है या मुझे कुछ किसी को पीटी देना है. So I was like that.
ये ज़्यादा।
And I was like that, but I was literally like that. So, but अब it's made me calmer as a person. It's made me mature. It's made me responsible. It's made me conservative. I would say it's made me everything possible what a mature 33-year-old
34.
yeah, 34-year-old man would be. So it's really made me very calmer, and today I think कि yes, I still take risks and we all should. This is the age. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं बहुत बड़ा हो गया हूँ. Of course I am still taking risks, but I would say I have started taking calculated risks. There was a time when जब मुझे पता भी नहीं था कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. आज मुझे पता है मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. ये बहुत चेंज हुआ है आफ्टर माई किड्स हैव कम इनटू द पिक्चर, बिकॉज अब मुझे पता है कि अब मेरे डिसीजंस से अब everyone is very connected. So because I feel every month 100-150 people under me, but I feed my own family. So that's a very big responsibility when you come and you have your own family to feed. And my risks have become calculated. I've become more calmer. I am not so angry man anymore. I don't go out and do anything possible. So yeah, that is what has changed, and it's a blessing. So parenthood is, again, I would love to really see my kids follow their passion, chase and grow, and maybe I hope so I'll be able to give them a very beautiful platform to do that.
So, according to you, is the hospitality sector in Varanasi is booming?
Yes, it is. It is booming at a next level pace.
क्या future है इसका?
बहुत
मतलब
future
not
है.
just restaurant line, अगर कोई hotel line
Hotels, I'll tell you. So hotels, resorts, uh, IHM institutes, for that matter, it is at a next level high. There's a reason to it. We are living in a very big state. You know, there's a lot of scope. There's a lot and lot of scope. And after how you've seen the tourism sector spiking up, how you see all around, especially our country. So we can really be thankful of what changes Varanasi is seeing through the government and what inflow of tourists has increased because of course we are sitting here. So there is a definite boom and very soon you'll see, I would say, a lot of supply of good F&B brands, a lot of supply of good hotels in this city. And yeah, and that is a very growing market. That's a very growing market.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so
And
much.
thank you for giving us your time.
It was an honor, and as a prodigy of the school, I would wish you all the best for your future.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you so much, Mahir, for having me here.
Thank you and thank you for giving us आपके secret stories जो हम शायद जानना चाहता था dishes and सबके पीछे also.
Definitely. Now you
Thank you
can
for
let the
opening up,
world.
actually.
Now you can let the world know.
Thank you for opening up. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.